Hi everyone, this is the Best Family Show Mom from the Best Family Show ever. You can call me Anna, and today we are gonna have some fun playing Roblox. We're gonna do Dandy's World, and while we do Dandy's World, we're gonna learn about the internet and how it was made. So hold on to your seats, watch all the way to the end, and then you will know how the internet was made by the end of the episode, okay? But we're gonna have fun playing Dandy's World at the same time, and it's gonna be awesome. Family fun, gaming, and learning, guys. That's what we have in this channel. So we are gonna start. I am already in my server. And there's 4 of you guys on. Okay, wait. So, wait. What I'm going to do is, well, I'm just going to stand here. I'm going to stand here and wait. Hi, guys. You were the first one to join. That's so cool. Say first. We're going to learn a really cool story too, okay? It's going to be super cool because you know what? Yesterday's live stream, if you haven't watched it, I'm gonna post it, the big screen version, so you get to see a big screen instead of a a really small screen. So if you want to watch it on a TV, you can. But yesterday, I taught everyone about Wi-Fi and how Wi-Fi worked, and I thought that was a really awesome topic. Yeah, I learned a lot. I hope you learned a lot too about Wi-Fi. So because we learned about Wi-Fi, I thought it would be a good idea to learn the story of how the internet was made. Okay, I can't wait to tell you. Okay, I'm gonna start telling you while we wait for people, but let's go. Okay, a long time ago, before smartphones, YouTube, and video games like Roblox, computers couldn't talk to each other. No, we were just literally playing on like the Nintendo and like all those games where you just like buy a game, buy a cartridge, buy a game. Oh, guys, I got a show and tell. I got a show and tell. I got an old game that didn't need internet. Okay, wait, I'll be right back, okay?
A few minutes later.
Okay, guys. I am back. Okay, ready? This is gonna be so cool. Are you guys ready? This is a Game Boy Color. Isn't that cool? Game Boy Color. Yeah. Okay, well, there's kind of some glare, so I hope you see it now. So let me change the battery for you. Okay, these are the bad ones. So this is what I bring for the kids and I whenever we go camping, because you don't have Wi-Fi, you don't have the internet, so you use this when you play. Yeah, there's no internet in this, and this is how you play. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of hard, but let's see. See, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, no, I don't think you can see it. Okay, well, anyways. There's a lot of glare here, so I can, like, maybe video it one day, me playing this game in the dark. And if you want to watch it, you can watch it. But this is something you use when you don't have internet and Wi-Fi, okay? So, look. So, these are the game cartridges. And this is where all the information of the game is stored in. It has a chip, a battery, memory, everything, so that it can save your save files. You'll see like the lines and all the electrical current and how it travels between each item and each component in this cartridge here. So yeah, so then after you put it in here in the back, and you get to play the game. Okay. Okay, yes, we can play Dress to Impress after. But anyways, this is so cool, right? Okay, so this is basically what the game is that has no Wi-Fi or internet. Okay, I think we're ready to go in now. I'm sorry. I didn't realize all of you guys were in. I was waiting for you guys to go in, so I was telling you about this whole story about my Game Boy and what you used back in the day when you don't have internet. Okay? By the way, Mom, do you miss me? Yes, Obi, how are you? Okay, I don't know. I have to find the sugar apple pancake. Okay, let's go. Is everyone here yet? Okay. Equal chance to run in, okay? Who got in? Who got in? Okay, guys, I'm super excited to play with all of you because my learning topic is so fun. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of fun, okay? Okay. A long, long time ago, before smartphones, YouTube, and video games, computers couldn't talk to each other. Each computer was like an island, all alone in the big, big ocean. Okay, look. Guys, see, look. This is an island, okay? It doesn't attach to the internet. It doesn't attach to you or go through Wi-Fi and all that and communicate with you. No, it's a standalone item that works on its own because it has all the computer parts inside here. Okay, isn't that cool? Okay. Oh, who's distracting? Obi's distracting. Okay, guys. Okay, hi, Brooke Cole. Ella Gaming big fan. God loves you. Lavender, Obi, Pancake, Potato Chip. Hi, guys. Okay, thank you for keeping your username the same because that helps me remember you. If you change your username, good luck. I'm not going to remember you. I mean, it's a lot easier remembering the fans that joined me at the beginning because, like, I've seen them over time for a long time. But I only have so much capacity in my brain to remember fans. And, like, when you have, like, thousands of fans, good luck! Good luck to me remembering all of them. I mean, good luck to me. I don't even know how I'm going to do it. But obviously, the ones that got stuck in my brain early on in my live stream journey, I'm going to remember you guys because my brain capacity was still able to intake information at that time because I was only dealing with a few fans. But then as the fans grow to like thousands and thousands and thousands, don't expect me to remember your name, especially if you keep on changing your username. But yeah, I'm just saying that my brain capacity can only hold so much fans, guys. So don't get mad at me if I don't remember you after later if you keep on changing your username. I just need Pebble research to Pebble. How many more, Lavender? How many more percentage? That's so cool. I'm sorry I didn't do anything this round. I couldn't find a machine. Like, I literally was just running around. Okay, the big idea. The big idea of the internet was in 1950s and 1960. Okay? 1950 to 1960. One day, some smart scientists and engineers had a big idea. What if computers could send messages to each other, even if they're far apart? Ooh, that is a really good idea, everyone. Okay, let's go. Back then, the world was a little scary because of the Cold War. Oh no. Okay. The US wanted a way for computers to keep working even if some were damaged. So they started a project called Arpanet. It was like the great great grandparent of the internet. That's so cool. That's so cool. Shout out to scientists, everyone. Scientists make these inventions possible. Okay? Oh man. Oh man. That was close. Again, I didn't do nothing, but holy cow. Can you want to play Chomp? Okay, remind me later, okay? I'm in the middle of game now. And plus I'm teaching you guys the internet. Okay. Oh, I just had a great idea, everyone. I was thinking, yesterday was an amazing live stream with me talking about Wi-Fi, and I thought I did a pretty good job at teaching all the fans about Wi-Fi. I'm like, you know what? I think I can do this. I can do this. I can teach you guys about technology stuff because I have a technology background, everyone. Yes, I studied IT, which was called information technology. Yep, that's what I studied. So, I can teach you. I know I can teach you about all this technology stuff. You know, and this technology stuff is going to help you when you grow up and you are thinking about, okay, what should I do and all that, and like what you like. And I know some of you have come to my channel and told me that you want to start your own channel too. Guys, listen to me. I am a lot older than you think I am. I know some of you think that thought that I was Ella's sister. Some of you think that like, oh my God. Some of you think that I'm like really young and all that, but I'm not that young, okay? So I thought, yeah, I thought like, you know, I can do this. I can teach you this kind of stuff. And I've been learning for a lot longer. So, and the fact is, life is about making dreams come true, guys. So I want to teach you these things so you will be able to do whatever you want to do. And I know some of you want to do a YouTube channel. I know some of you want to be like able to use the computer better or whatever. So I'm going to teach you.
Can I add to that one?
What?
I was laying in bed sleeping, and you're talking about that, and I was like, I need to add the details.
You need to add details? Yes, so Ella's daddy can come into the live stream and teach you too. Okay, because he's so good. He is like the nerd of nerds and of nerds when it comes to computers.
I'm not the nerd of nerds. I am the god of nerds.
You're the god of nerds.
Different.
Okay, fine. He wants to be the god of nerds, okay?
The king god of nerds.
The king god of nerds, okay? So he's gonna come into during the live stream and help me teach you all about technology. So we are going to make a technology series, okay? Learn about technology series while you play Dandy's World, okay? Dandy's World is the only Roblox game that I can play and teach you at the same time. Oh! Because it is a no-brainer game, guys. No-brainer game. I'm telling you now, okay? I do not think when I play this game. Mom, be careful. Who died? Me. I had nowhere to escape. I died too, guys. I died too. Okay, so we're gonna start again. I want to finish my whole technology spiel, and then we'll move on to other games, okay? But right now we're playing Danny's World because this is the only game I can teach you in. Okay, so now I'm going to go into a public server, everyone. So join me. If you haven't followed me yet or friend me, you can friend me because I still have some room in my friends list. The Best Family Show Mom. After I get 1,000 people, I ain't adding any more people until like 4 or 5 months. I'm going to clear my friends list and we're just going to add more people again, okay? So let's see. Hi, guys. Okay, a lot of you have joined already. So you guys are all on the stream. Thank you so much for being on the stream and supporting me, everyone. It really means a lot to Ella and I because we tried super hard on this channel and we really want it to succeed because we want to keep on doing this. We want to keep on playing with you all and teaching you technology. Yeah, technology series. Okay, are we ready to go in yet?
Can I add on to the internet thingy?
Yeah. Why don't you go on the? Or you don't want to go on the TV?
I'll go on TV.
Okay, go on.
This is the TV.
Well, what?
This is TV right here.
Yeah, some of them watch me on TV. Sit. Probably get a chair in the back.
Well, I'm not.
Sit. Get a chair in the back. You're gonna be like super humongous tall. Okay, let me see if your head gets.
I'm not here to like. I just want to add to it.
Okay, fine. Add to it.
I was hearing people say, "Oh, I guess I'm pretty high up."
I told you.
That's just Neil.
Okay, fine,
okay.
Neil.
I'm not here to.
Okay, Neil.
Hey, look. You were talking about how back in the 50s and 60s. Oh, I just woke up. We're talking about how
You don't look like you just woke up.
back
Okay.
in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
You said that scientists were trying to figure out a method to get computers to speak to each other without physically touching it,
Yeah.
right? So back in the day, it was a big problem because for two computers to speak to each other, people had to physically use what's called floppy disks or something like it. So if you wanted a file to go from one computer to the other computer, you have to put something in called a disk.
Oh, too bad we don't have a floppy disk.
Yeah, I destroyed those a long time ago.
Oh, but I would be. See, I was showing them this, and then like if I showed them a floppy disk, that would be so cool. Oh.
Yeah, I got no more floppy disks. It's a long time ago.
Okay.
No, I'm talking. This is like before high school, man. It's a long time ago.
Okay.
During high school was my last floppy disk.
Okay.
So, anyways, floppy disks were like kind of like these games, right? But bigger and much more fragile.
And thinner.
Thinner, and they held very little data,
Yeah.
right? Very little. Like right now, I can download. Well, put it this way. If you guys know what a megabyte is, the first disc that came out only held like 300 kilobytes, which was really small. Even less than that actually. But basically, just know that the last floppy disk format was only 1.44 megabytes. Okay, so 1.5 megabytes was the last floppy disk format. That's nothing. Okay, put it this way: a CD does 700 megabytes, and that was a very. You guys know what that is, right? A CD, like a round disc, like you put it to Xbox, a PlayStation.
Oh, we have a CD.
Yeah, we have CDs. Everyone has CDs still.
I can show them a CD.
CDs, like, everyone knows what a CD is.
Oh wait,
that
there's
exists.
a CD here. There's a CD here. There's a CD.
I know, but everyone knows what a CD is.
Yeah, guys, this is a CD right here. This is a CD. See?
Yes.
CD.
Yes, you guys know what a CD is. Everyone
Yes.
knows this. This still exists in the world. This hasn't been phased out yet.
Well, I don't know. Maybe their parents don't show them this kind of stuff. I don't
Okay,
know.
okay, fine.
Okay.
All right, in case you guys don't know what a CD is or DVD, that's the CD. That's a compact disc, okay, a CD. So that was a big revelation in time. It went from a 1.44 megabyte storage solution to 700 megabytes. It was so slow, okay? So if you wanted to transfer files from one computer to another without touching each other, it was still good. But anyways, that's not my point. Let's go back to the whole internet thing. Rewind. So using floppy disks was really annoying. So in the end, they wanted to create something that can communicate to each other. So the first networks that were created were really slow and basic. You basically connect two computers together with a wire. Not like wireless like you do now. Not like here to like China right now. It's basically two computers beside each other with a wire, and it was fine. And eventually they created what's called mainframe systems, which is where you had big servers, like gigantic servers big as rooms, like
Yeah.
a whole room dedicated to just a server. You had vacuum tubes. You had all these crazy old things that no one uses anymore. Okay, and that was fine. That was a very big era of mainframe systems, and that was very fine. And I'm just going by memory here and blabbing. One of the first modern systems that you see online, that you see back in the day, was called token ring system. So you know how now for your internet you have that cable with a kind of a telephone jack, network jack. It's called RJ45 if you're a geek. You know
But
that
it's
thing?
the Ethernet cable.
Ethernet cable, which is
Okay.
RJ45, is the head.
Okay,
connector.
but you have to kind of lower
No.
it down a bit.
I'm telling you guys
Okay.
the smart stuff. I'm making you guys smart, okay? Really smart.
Ah, okay.
All the
okay.
stuff I'm telling you, if you tell people, they're gonna be like, "How do you know these things?" Okay, I'm giving you guys the God knowledge. All right. The God nerd knowledge. Oh, that sounds good actually. God nerd knowledge. I like that.
That should be your new channel.
Really?
God nerd knowledge. I love it.
Nerd knowledge. Not even God. Take away the nerd knowledge. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Actually.
Okay, nerd knowledge.
Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm just talking about weird stuff now. But anyways, so just know that before what you have now is called Ethernet. Before Ethernet, there was a thing called token ring. There was a much more primitive networking system. So just know that what you use now is called Ethernet. Before that was token ring. Okay, and those are the two standards that was mainly used in the world, in the modern world. There were some other ones before that was called like IPX and things like that, but that's getting really deep into the geeky world.
Too much information. Too much information.
It's not.
Okay.
But alright. Anyways, they're ruining my flow. You're ruining my flow. You're ruining my flow. You see? You don't interrupt your teacher like this in class, okay? In class, don't go to your teacher and say, "Too much information, professor." Don't say that to your teacher, okay? You're gonna fail.
It's so funny.
Alright? So let me finish my lecture, please.
Okay, wait. I just have to recover from your funniness.
I'm gonna have to put you in detention soon if you keep interrupting me.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. So the professor's gonna speak now. I don't even know where I was anymore.
You were saying that there was two standards
Okay.
of internet, but then there was other ones, but that was too much
Okay.
information.
This is what I'm trying to get at. I'm trying to get to a point that was really important, all right?
Okay,
This
okay.
is like a revolutionary thing that happened that made everything work better.
Okay.
It's even intact today, okay?
Mhm.
Transferring files back and forth very hard. I talked about type of networks, right? So how we got there? These current networks, okay? So when you transfer one computer to another, there's one wire.
Yes.
What happens when that wire breaks?
Then there's no more communication between
Yes,
them.
exactly, okay?
Yeah.
So eventually, networks evolved into what's called the internet,
Yes.
which is what we use now.
Yes.
Originally, it was actually developed by DARPA, which is the U.S. military, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
And eventually, that U.S. military system was used in a bunch of universities, created a network together. It was first that. It was military first, then universities created it.
Okay.
Then a bunch of universities were able to communicate to each other wirelessly, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
And what I'm trying to get at here is that the method of communication in the end being used is the same method that we're using now.
Okay.
So if you have a wire, A and B, and you break the connection, no one can talk. If you're in a room together, like Ann and I here, that wire breaks, you can go, "Oh, let's change the wire." No problem. Computers A and B are talking. But let's just say Ann's here, and I'm in Africa. The wire breaks. What happens? It's broken, right? Computers can't communicate anymore.
Yeah.
So what we have to implement is a thing called redundancy. Redundancy is creating more than one wire.
Whoa.
Okay.
Cool.
So redundancy is creating backup wires. So when one fails, you have another one to fall back on that's always there to connect automatically. Okay.
Yeah, redundancy.
We have redundancy built into our network online.
So then there's like 4 lines instead of 1 or whatever. Right?
Maybe like 4. Yeah, you can say 2 for now, okay? Let's just say 2.
Okay, 2. Okay.
The internet has like a million redundant connections, okay? My
Okay.
point is,
How does the internet have a million redundant connections?
I'm trying to get there.
Okay,
I'm
sorry.
getting there.
Sorry.
You're interrupting my flow. You're in detention. You're staying after school today. 1 hour. All right, hold on. No hall pass for you. I forgot what I was saying. All right, we're getting there. What was I saying? Okay, yes, redundancy.
Okay.
The networks that we have today, everything evolved eventually, right? I'm trying to summarize here. So, networks now are called are using packet switching technology, okay? Back in the day, when you sent data, you're sending data like this. A to B, and like I said, when the wire breaks, it doesn't transfer. Now, what they do is, when you send A to B, a message say hello, they don't send hello in one word. They'll break hello into H-E-L-L-O, separate letters. They'll break it apart completely, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And they'll send the H-E-L-L-O separately.
Okay.
From A to B. So U to Africa, it sends H-E-L-L-O. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? Let's just say 6. I don't know. It could be many more than that, right? I'm simplifying it. It will divide it into 6 parts. Send it to Africa. Each part will have a number to it. So H will be 1, E will be 2, L will be 3, the second L will be 4, O will be 5.
Yeah, so they send it in like zeros and ones.
No. Don't talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Don't talk about it.
Okay.
Don't talk about zeros and ones. They don't know.
Okay.
Talk about letters, okay?
Okay.
They'll send the word hello over into 5 parts, okay?
Okay.
And it doesn't matter if the O arrives in Africa first. The L-E-H-L-L can arrive in that order, okay? Because the H-E-L-L-O all have numbers to them. When Africa receives it, it knows how to take that order and piece it together.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in the event that this line breaks, like when it sends it over, right? A to B, if one path broke, there are many other redundant paths online to take. And if you, for example, the H of the hello failed to send to Africa, but the E-L-L-O worked, right? The other end in Africa will say, hey, I have E-L-L-O, where's the H? And then the other computer from the source will be like, oh, you didn't get the H? Let me send you just the H. You know, send the H, you know how to piece everything together. Mm-hmm. So even if you lose a part of the message, the network can still figure it out and send you what's missing with a request.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is called error correction. There's a lot of things built into the internet to make sure that things send correctly from A to B. All right?
Okay. Yeah.
The only flaw of the internet right now, even till today, is this. Because of all the redundant paths I talked about, right? Mm-hmm. Going from A to B is always not guaranteed in time.
Oh.
Which is why when you play video games, there's a ping. There's a thing called ping.
Uh-huh.
Ping means how long it takes for a message to go from A to B and back. That's what a ping is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So, for example, if I ping Africa, it's gonna say, oh, there's a ping of say 300 milliseconds. That means it's 0.3 seconds, okay? And that's a pretty slow response, like pretty slow time, speed, not speed, more like response time, right? For a message to go from Africa and back.
Okay.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So, because it's slow, things can go wrong. Mm-hmm. That's why you need that order of H-E-L-L-O marked in numbers, right? So when the message breaks up, it can be repieced together in the other side.
Okay.
And there's a lot of paths that are redundant. So when you send a message over, it can get messy. It can get messy in that web of the internet. It's a big web of connections, okay? The H can go this way, the E can go like that way, and it can go many ways to get to Africa. There's many, many pipes, okay? So my point is, that's called packet switching technology. Packet switching is what we call the current technology we use now on the internet. The reason why when you send a file, the reason why when we're playing Roblox together, you always see the correct thing on the other side of the screen is because of the packet switching technology. Right now, what you see on your screen is my packets showing up on your computer, being arranged in an order that makes sense for you to see a video.
Yeah, but it's all sent in different parts.
Yes, it's sent into different parts, but the computer on your end, your computer, is receiving all the different parts in a different order and piecing it together in the correct order.
Yeah.
Really fast. Like
Yeah.
really fast.
Yeah, so fast. That's why your computers need to have more processing power and all that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I said, 300 milliseconds is how long it takes from here to Africa. That's 0.3 seconds.
Yeah.
For a computer. 0.3 seconds can be an eternity. Star Trek reference. Data from Star Trek.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, but that's all I want to say. I just want to add to that I just want to summarize and add this random good stuff into that 1950s talk because that's too limited for you guys. I don't want you guys to be talking to your mom and saying, "I learned that the internet was created in the 1950s and 60s." That end.
No, they're not gonna only learn that from me.
I know, but now you can tell your mom all this, and your mom's gonna be like, "Where did you learn this? You're
Okay.
so smart."
Yes. So if you can all talk about the learning topic that I told you today in the live stream to your parents, they'll be like, whenever they ask you, "Oh, what are you doing?" and then you say you're watching the best family show ever, they'll be like, "What are you learning today?" Okay, that's the response.
All right. Last thing. So we talked about networks, right? Now I want to talk about one last thing. When you send stuff from A to B, right? You need to have what's called an address. So when you send mail, right? It's very similar to mail. When you send mail to your friend or someone else, you guys know what that is? Snail mail, like the old school ones, or just paper. You want to show them an envelope? You guys know what an envelope looks like? Here, I'll show you what an envelope looks
I'll
like.
show you what an envelope looks like.
This is what's called a cardboard box.
Okay, wait, no, that's not an envelope.
I'm just joking. They know what an envelope is.
You know, oh, here.
You guys know what it is. The envelope still exists, guys. Come on.
Okay.
Post office is going on strike every day. Come on, we know what it is.
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
when you send a mail, let's just say you went like this. I'm sending this to Africa.
Okay, so this is the
Say if you let's just say you dropped this in the mailbox, right? And you had no address on it. What happens? How's the post office gonna know where it's going? What happens to the mail? If there was a blank, nothing on it. So nothing. Just gonna be like they're gonna receive it and be like, why is this mail blank?
because they won't know what to do with
They
it.
won't know what to do with it exactly because
Yeah.
it's blank, right?
Yeah.
So every single piece of information I send from one to the other needs to have an address. It needs to have a sending address and a returning address, just like a piece of mail, so that when things get lost, it knows where to bring it. Okay, goes back to. So if you send a piece of mail to an address that doesn't exist, what happens? It sends back to your house. Because on your mail, you would put your address in the top left, which is the returning address, the sending address. When I send information to the computer, same thing happens. You have a sending address and a destination, a source
Receive.
address and a destination, okay? You have a source and a destination. Your source is you, destination is where you're sending. In my case, the source is Roblox, and the destination is you guys. It was YouTube technically, and YouTube sends it to you, okay? My point. IP information, computer data, the packet switching technology I'm talking to you about, every piece of data has a source and a destination. The source and destination is denoted with IP addresses, right? IP addresses. I'm not going to talk about things like this, but you just know that each IP address has an octet that's like 8-bit. Okay, I'm not gonna go into the address.
Don't worry. I'm gonna teach them about addresses.
Okay, just know that we use IP addresses now, and that's just like a home address that's unique to everybody. Okay.
Okay.
So when you send data to Africa, and Africa there's an error on that side, how does your computer know that there is an error? Because there's two things that are gonna happen. Okay, you guys follow me here? Two things are gonna happen. When you send data to Africa, the source computer is going to say send. And it's going to wait for a response. Africa is going to say, got it. Okay, if I give you this, hold it. Say, got it.
Got it.
Okay. If I give you this, you say nothing. Don't say got it.
Oh, okay.
I go, you got it? No response. You know what I'm going to do?
What?
This is called time to live. This is a terminology, okay?
Okay, time to live.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can set it up so that you can say if no one sends it back, if no one replies to me in 1 second, send it again because it means it didn't get sent through. Okay. There's an automated backup failure in this TCP/IP. If there's no response, it'll also try again. TCP/IP.
What does that mean? IP. Oh,
Don't go. Don't go there. That's going too deep. Okay, that's going too deep. I'm trying to kind of keep it simple here.
Okay.
Okay, so just know that computers are built these days, well, past like a long time now. Okay, where there's communication confirmation. When you send something over, this computer has to confirm to this guy that they got it.
Okay.
And when this guy says he got it, you go cool. And you keep track. This computer will keep track of the source computer keeps track of what's been sent, and the receiving computer keeps track of what's been received. So if there's anything missing, they can do a re-request for it. Okay?
Yeah.
And these requests are based on IP addresses. Everyone has a unique IP address, right? So when I send data to that IP address, it goes straight to there. Just like mail. When someone sends mail to your address, it's going to go to you because it's your mail address, which is unique to you. Unique meaning only you have that address. Only one can exist. You cannot have the same IP address on the network twice. Otherwise, that causes trouble. It's like if someone had the same address as you in your country or city twice. If someone sends mail, what happens?
Then they don't know where to bring it because it's two people.
Yeah, the mailwoman or person is gonna show up and be like, "Where do I drop this mail? There's the two of the same address." Okay. The same happens with computers. If you put the same address in the network, it'll be like, "There's a duplicate IP address. Error. Call the support people." Okay. But that's managed with addresses these days with computers is not like a house where it's permanent with numbers. Okay, it can be changed pretty easily. That's managed by a little server. Okay, a little piece of program assigns IP addresses to all the computers in the area. Okay, it can be changed anytime you want. It's just like it's called a soft address. It's just numbers. Okay, but
that's so cool.
I'm gonna keep one more. I gotta dive a little bit deeper.
That's so cool.
To complete this whole talk, I gotta dive a little deeper. Okay. So there's soft addresses, which is IP addresses. Okay.
Yeah.
Those are numbers that can be changed.
Yeah.
Now, you're probably gonna be like, well, if addresses can be changed, can't I just make a fake address and then scam people? Yes. But to fix that, we have what's called MAC addresses. Everything on the network. Every piece of technology you have on the network, every piece of thing, like the Switch that you have at home, the Nintendo Switch 2, the Xbox, the PlayStation, your phones, your fridges these days, your laptops, all have what's called a MAC address. That is a unique address for every network device that exists in the world. Unique.
MAC address.
Yes. So the MAC address on your phone will be unique to that phone. So and that can be matched to the IP. So often you have IP/MAC address. No one's gonna have the IP and your phone's specific MAC address. You understand? If I go on your phone right now and pull the MAC address, no one in the world is going to have that but you. So if you do a scam online, it can be tracked down to your MAC address. Right? Of course, one way to destroy the evidence is to smash the phone in pieces.
Okay.
And there you go. There's no MAC address.
Yeah.
A MAC address is a physical address, basically. It can't be changed.
That's only tied
to the one device you're using.
Yeah.
Can't be changed. So
that's a hard address.
that's like the hard address. It's like you taking your address of your house, taking a chisel and chiseling it into your wall, so that it can't be changed. That's how hard it is. Okay, it's like in the device.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So that's a MAC address,
Okay.
and that's how computers know when they send data, where it goes, and where it comes and where it goes back to, and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was 50, 60 years in the making, summarized in, I don't know how long I was talking. In however long I was talking. And you're in detention. You're in big trouble, girl.
Why?
You have to write an essay, because you kept interrupting the professor.
Okay.
You have to raise your hand. Raise your hand like a polite person.
Okay.
All right. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to hear more, just, I don't know, like and subscribe, I guess.
Yeah.
I love lecturing about this kind of stuff. And if you don't like technology, give me a topic to lecture you about. I'll lecture you about anything. You like plants? I'll lecture you about plants. I'll lecture you about biology. I'll lecture you about the sun. I'll lecture you about the universe. I'll lecture you about
Yeah.
Street Fighter. I don't know. Whatever you
So
want.
that's the plan then. So we are gonna make a technology series, and you're gonna learn all about.
You want me to make a technology series?
Yeah, that's what I said. I just
Okay.
told them that you can do it with me, okay?
Okay.
Because you can explain the more in-depth stuff, and I can explain it in more kiddie way.
Oh, so I can just talk the whole episode?
Yeah.
And if you interrupt me, I can just like say, get out of my channel? I can say that?
No, I'm gonna be playing with them while you teach them, okay?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I get it now.
Yeah.
See, guys, this is like computers, right? We're communicating, and I'm doing error checking to make sure I receive the right data. Otherwise, I'm not going to piece the thing together
Okay,
properly and
okay.
compile it.
Yeah. But I'm gonna also do the teaching too. But my version is gonna be the kiddie version, and it's gonna be a series that I'm gonna put on the channel. I'm gonna make episodes out of it, and if you all want to be future YouTubers or computer scientists or just scientists that have to deal with like and create AI or whatever you want, okay. And if you want to do something that has to involve computers, you come into this series and you watch it, and you'll learn a lot of things that you need to know in order to be scientists,
Hey,
YouTubers.
time out. Just to be clear,
What?
I don't want to only teach technology.
Yeah, I know.
I'm the god of nerds and also the god of science.
But we gotta make it in series. You can't like go all over the place, or else the fans are gonna get
It won't be a
confused.
series, it'll just be like learning stuff.
Yeah, but I'm gonna group it. Like one is gonna be technology, one's gonna be like other stuff. Like that's how I'm gonna group it.
Can we have categories in there?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Categories.
Okay, in the one channel, right?
Yes, in the one channel.
Because I want to teach
In this channel.
Like I'm feeling like teaching computers today, but the next day I want to teach like combustion and how engines work.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna create
Okay.
playlists.
Okay.
Playlists with different series, learning series.
And then
that stuff.
afterwards, I'll teach you
Yeah.
guys how to get a pretty wife. No, I'm just joking.
Don't say that. Okay.
You just have to be really. You just have to be very genuine, and say I love you a lot.
Well,
And provide the best tech support ever for the YouTube channels that your wife makes.
yeah, and be funny.
Funny? I'm funny?
Yeah, I was laughing the whole time, honey.
I'm not being funny. I'm lecturing. See, this is why you don't. This is not what you do in class, all right, guys? You have to pay attention to your teacher and take it seriously. All right, here, pop quiz. Because Anne wasn't paying attention. Anna wasn't paying attention. Pop quiz.
Okay.
What department created? What the U.S. department created the internet?
The army thing.
What's the army? What's the department called? DARPA.
DARPA.
Okay. After DARPA utilized it, what was the next area that used it before the world utilized it?
University.
Universities. Good. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, what is the type of packet switching network that we use now? What's it called?
Well, I know the old one.
It's Owen.
Token.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Those are the physical lines, but fine. That's still good. You're paying attention. So token ring was a little bit different.
Okay.
You literally. Token, I'm not gonna get into details. I just know the token ring. It's called token ring because it's based on these things called tokens. Tokens is like the address that I was talking about. It's different than TCP/IP. Okay.
Okay.
It was a different technology. It was actually really efficient, but it was just expensive. Okay, that's all it was. It was a better technology, but it was expensive and clunky. All right, that's why I got dumped for TCP/IP because TCP/IP was cheap and fast. Okay, well, TCP/IP is the answer. Darn, give the answer.
Okay.
What does ping mean?
Ping means the amount of time it takes for the internet to send information between two addresses, and how long it takes to respond.
Wow, holy, wow! I'm surprised you said it all so good. Very good.
Why are you surprised like that? Come on, I'm teaching to you though.
Because you were. I think you were paying attention. Hey, all right, fine. How about this?
Okay.
I said.
Okay, wait. Unless Daddy's playing Jeopardy.
I said 300 milliseconds seems like an eternity. Where is that reference from?
Star Trek or Star. Uh, I don't know that movie, Star Trek or something.
Okay,
Or
good.
I don't know. I don't know what.
Is it
what
Star Trek or what? What is it?
Uh,
You're gonna say Star Wars or Star Trek? Which one?
Star Wars. Star Wars.
Wrong. It's Star Trek.
Oh, you confused me.
Hey,
You made me.
No. It's like a multiple choice question. You have to get it right. In university, remember all those multiple choice questions we took? A, B, and C are all right. You gotta choose the best answer.
You made me confused. You made me doubt myself.
Doesn't matter. You should never doubt yourself.
Oh
You should
my
never
God.
doubt yourself. Star Trek, and it's Data. Data said it.
Okay.
Oh,
Star
no,
Trek.
it wasn't Data. It was 7 of 9. She said it. 7 of 9 said it.
I have no idea it was 7 and 9.
If you geeks know what I'm talking about,
Okay.
it was during the Voyager series that came out from.
Okay.
I'm just being a geek now.
Okay.
I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I know some of you guys know what Voyager is.
Okay.
Captain Janeway. It wasn't Captain Picard. All right, I'll stop talking about Star Trek now.
Okay. So now, what's the next question?
How do you get a pretty wife?
No, to do with computer.
Oh, do computers.
Yeah, or the internet, whatever you were talking about.
Yeah, that's about it. I don't know.
Okay.
That's a pop quiz. It's not a real quiz, but 50 questions. Not a test, it's a quiz.
Okay.
But anyways, that's my spiel, guys.
Okay.
I hope that you guys learned a little bit from that.
Yeah.
I'm about to go start my own stream, so I'm gonna go now.
Yeah. Okay.
Peace out.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome. I'm gonna go now and start my stream on the internet and use the amazing packet switching technology to do a live stream of my own on the internet
Okay.
to the world, actually to Africa.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Yeah, and you have to look at messages because we got some messages.
From what? Okay.
Okay.
Peace out. Have fun, guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay. Okay, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, I couldn't talk, but I was like playing Dandy's World because I didn't want to interrupt. But it was still fun watching me play and listening to Ella's daddy, the best family show dad. Okay. I always come back. Hey, Mom, I have 74% on Shelly. Whoa, that's so cool. Everyone, that's so cool. Okay. So kind of like continuing with the topic, right? Because I'm gonna summarize it in a little dimmer form, like more kiddie form, okay, for those younger audience, because I have audience that are super young too that watches. So just so they understand. Okay, so okay, let me see. Okay, so the first message ever in 1969, okay? Two computers tried to talk. One was at Usul and the other was a place called Siri. They tried to send the word log in, but guess what? The computers crashed after just 2 letters. LO. Oh my God, really? In 1969. Who was born in 1969? I don't know. Wait, do I know anyone that was born in 1969? I don't think I know anyone. Okay. So the very first internet message ever sent was was low. LO. Kind of like saying hello. Oh, I get it. Oh no. No more power. Okay. How messages traveled. The scientists figured out that instead of sending a whole message at once, it's better to break into little packets like puzzle pieces. These packets traveled across different paths and met up at the other computer to be back together. Oh, that's what Ella's daddy was saying. Okay, wait. Let me read it again. I need to process it because I'm like playing at the same time. It's kind of like hard, right? I'm trying to like entertain you guys and like play and like teach you at the same time, which is a little bit harder, everyone. Usually teachers, when they teach you, they just teach, you know, they're not playing Dandy's World at the same time. But the Best Family Show Mom Anna here teaches you and plays Dandy's World. Who is the cool YouTuber? Who's the cool YouTuber family? Guys, make sure you like and subscribe if you're having fun and you're learning a lot. No, I got someone eliminated. Oh, okay. So the scientists figured out that instead of sending a whole message at once, it's better to break it into little packets like puzzle pieces. Remember, he was saying that each individual letter was sent separately? He was talking about packets like puzzle pieces. Okay? These packets travel across different paths to meet up at the other computer to be put back together. That made things faster and faster. Oh, I finished the lady machine, but scraps killed me. No, Pancake is eliminated. Okay. Making all computers play nice. Oh, I wonder what that is about. Okay, so in 1970, two more smart people, Vint Cerf and Bob Cahan, created special rules called TCP/IP. That's what Ella's daddy was talking about. TCP/IP. Think of it like grammars for computer. Oh, grammar check for computers, guys. TCP/IP. It helped different kind of computers understand each other. Ooh, that's so cool. Yeah, I know, because like you guys all have to have the same TCP/IP standard in order for the computers to talk to each other and understand each other. Because if you are all speaking different languages, then you won't understand each other. Yeah, that's the same as language, like English, Japanese, Chinese, Italian, all that, French. That's how we communicate with each other, because they make it a standard so that you would know how to put the pieces, the packets together. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So on January 1st, 1983, all computers started using these new rules. That day is often called the birth of the internet. Whoa! We just learned the birth of the internet in January 1st, 1983. That's so cool. Okay, so the World Wide Web in the 1990s. Later in 1990, a man named Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web. He made it easy to click links, look at pictures, visit websites like games, videos, or even schoolwork. He also made the first web browser, like the great-great-grandpa of Chrome or Safari. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. The internet today. Now the internet is everywhere. On phones, tablets, and TV. Used for learning, playing, talking to friends, watching videos, and more. Ooh. Yes, guys. The internet is everywhere. We're using it right now to play Roblox and watch YouTube and listen to the Best Family Show Mom Anna and Ella's daddy, the Best Family Show dad, teach you about technology and other topics. We're gonna learn about other topics too, but like, let's just make it organized. Okay, millions of computers are connected like a giant spider web all around the world. This is how we play together, okay? So for oh, Bandy, Bandy, Bandy. Woo! Cosmo for life. You are the man. Good job, good job. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Awesome, awesome. Okay. So everyone, let's go, let's go. Okay. We are able to communicate all the way across the world, around the world, anywhere you live. We are able to communicate, okay? Because of the internet. No! Oh my god, 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 oh my god. Oh no. Okay. Okay. So, who made the internet? Not just one person. It was a team of many smart people over many years, all sharing ideas and building one piece at a time, like a huge Lego set built by the world's smartest builders. If you want, I can also make. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, so guys, this is all about internet. Okay, this is how I learn things. I learned things from Ella's daddy, and then I learned things from school, and I learned things from experience. So hopefully all this will be useful for all of you. I mean, we need to use our brains when we play Dandy's World, guys. Exercise our brains so we're not only playing, but we're learning at the same time. And whenever people are like, "Oh, get off the game. You are not learning anything." Or get off YouTube. You're not learning anything. You'd be like, no, no, no. I learned all about the internet today. And this is what the internet is. And this is what happened. And this is how it works. And this is how it sends messages. If you do that, if you tell your parents that, they're going to be like, okay, I'll let you watch the live stream. Okay, I'll let you play Dandy's World with the best family show ever family. Okay. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. That was so awesome. I learned so much. But before we complete the topic, and plus, I am still in Dandy's World round. Okay. Okay, one last thing, okay? We're gonna read a story about it. There's no learning topic without a story, okay? Stories make learning more fun, and then it helps you remember the most important points. That's why stories were made, people. People made stories so that it would be more interesting and easier to remember different topics and different like learning points, okay? Okay, everyone, make sure you press that like button because the more likes we get, the more live streams we get, okay? Yeah, baby. First aid for all four of us. Yes, we need it so bad. I got one heart left. That was a hard round. A lot of people got eliminated in that round because that was such a hard round, everyone. Okay. Band-aid, band-aid. I'm gonna take it. We got so much band-aids in this round. I don't know why, but you got so many bandages. Okay, everyone. So let's learn, or let's listen to how the internet was born. Yes, we're gonna learn about how the internet was born through a story. Once upon a time, not so long ago, the world was filled with lonely computers. Aw, too bad for the lonely computers. Each one sat by itself, doing its own work. But they couldn't talk to each other, not even to say hi. Oh, imagine not being able to talk to anyone around you. That would be super sad. That's why they're called sad, lonely computers. Back in the day, not so long ago. Then a group of smart people, guys, and all of you, if after you get through this technology series, you're gonna be all smart about technology. You're gonna know everything about technology, okay? But we're gonna do other topics with Ella's daddy, because Ella's daddy know like other topics like space and like dinosaurs and all that stuff. But I'm not so good at those topics. So I'll let him teach you, and then we'll do the same thing and read a story about it, okay? Okay, so then a group of smart people had a big idea. What if we could help computers talk to each other, even if they're far, far away, just like you and I? We're super far away, okay? Like hours and hours of plane ride away. But we can talk to each other. Uh-oh. Oh, my computer almost froze. Okay. The people worked for a group called Arpa. They started building something magical. They call it Arpanet. Okay, cool. Let's go. Chapter 2. Okay, it's called The First Hello. Oh, we learned about this, the first hello. It was a dark and quiet night in 1969. Two computers were ready to talk to each other for the first time. Whoa. Huh? It's on the counter. Huh?
Okay, never mind.
Oh. Okay, one more game of this, because definitely one more game, because I'm almost done my lesson, guys. Sorry. Okay. Wait. One was at a university called UCLA, and the other was far away at Stanford. Oh, UCLA and Stanford. Okay. The first computer typed the word login, but something funny happened. Only the first two letters made it through. L, and then O, and then crash. Oh no! The computers broke down, but it was still amazing. The very first message on the internet was LO, like hello. Whoa! And that was the beginning of something big. Yeah, that was big, alright. Beginning of something super big. Puzzled messages. As more computers join in, the scientists have to figure out how to send messages better and faster. Oh, yes. So they made a clever trick. Instead of sending a whole message at once, they would break it into little pieces, like individual words, like A, B, and C, different packets holding one letter. It was like puzzle pieces, right? Because if the C arrived before the A, there's still messages, or there's still something in the puzzle pieces that tells the computer what order it goes in. Each packet zoomed across the wires, taking its own path. and they all met up and rejoined like magic. Yeah, back in the day, no wireless, guys. This was the internet, super speedy and smart. Okay, but then they also use satellite, and they use like point line of sight. Okay, but whatever, that's too complicated for you. Okay. we could teach that some other topic. Okay. I'm so happy. Same. You have 4,000 iCore. Why are you so happy? Tell me why you guys so happy. You got 74 on Shelly. Good for you. Wow, butterfly game. Okay. Well, tell me why you're so happy. I want to be in the know. Band? Okay. So meet the internet wizard. In the 1970s, two brilliant internet wizards named Vint Karf and Bob Kayan created a special set of rules called TCP/IP. These rules helped all computers understand each other even if they were very different, like cats and dogs learning to talk the same language. On January 1st, 1983, all computers agreed to use these new rules. The day the internet was born. The Web of Wonders. Years later, in a quiet lab at CERN, CERN, a friendly inventor named Tim Berners-Lee had another big idea. He created something called the World Wide Web. Ooh, that's so cool. That's so cool. He made a way to share information called HTML, a way to check and explore called links, and a special tool called a web browser that could take you anywhere. Ooh, this is so cool. Now, instead of just sending messages, people could visit websites, read stories, play games, and even watch videos. Today, the internet is everywhere. In our homes, in our schools, and in our pockets. The cell phone. People used it to learn, create, laugh, talk, and dream. It connected billions of people all over the world like a giant invisible spiderweb made of information and imagination. The end, or just the beginning. And so the internet was born not in one day or by one person, but by curious minds working together. Now it's your turn to explore, imagine, and maybe even invent the next big thing. This is why we learn, everyone. So you might be one of those people who invent the next big thing, but you need to understand things, how it works, and especially things like the internet. So I hope you enjoy this episode of learning about the internet with Ella's daddy and I, the Best Family Show mom and dad. And you will like and subscribe and have more family fun learning and gaming on this channel, okay? Thank you guys. Subscribe and like.